Hey yogis, welcome back. So in this class, we're going to do a yin yang session together. And what that means is it's going to be roughly 30 minutes of a slow power flow working into hips and hamstrings, followed by a 20-minute yin session. So the first part of the class is designed to build heat, to work into the body both flexibility and strength wise. And then the second part of the class is really about calming the nervous system down, working into our connective tissue and just chilling out. So let's get going. We're going to start in a supine position. So that means we're going to lay down on our backs. Come into a Supta Baddha Konasana. So the soles of the feet together, let the knees go wide. And just give yourself a moment to settle into your practice. So feeling your feet against the mat, your head, your shoulders. And this is a moment and an opportunity to observe. And as we go through our day, we're all carrying this baseline of tension. And that tension keeps us going. But now I want you to try and let it go. And there are going to be parts of your body which hold on and clench that little bit harder. So bring your internal focus to that space. And in this moment, take a deep breath in. And choose to let go. Exhale through the mouth. Deep belly breath, expansive 360-degree breath. Exhale, let it go. And let's do one more of those, breathing in. And as you release, let your whole body become heavy. Amazing. Now we breathe in and out through our nose. So breathe in through the nose. Breathe out through the nose. And feel free to switch on your Ujjayi breath if you have it. And the breath becomes your rhythm. And it becomes your guide. And there's a term that we use in Sanskrit, ekagrata, a single pointed focus. We focus our mind on the breath. So on your next inhale, bring your hands to your outer thighs and pull your knees in together. Notice any sensations in your inner thighs. Pull your knees into your chest, give yourself a hug. So keeping your knees together for now, just notice how it feels. Notice how far in the knees come. And then bring your knees to hip distance apart and try and pull them into the chest even more. So going around your bone structure. Breathing in. Breathe out. Squeeze behind your knees and use your arm strength, shoulder strength, bicep strength to pull your knees in even tighter. Now we're starting to engage our bandhas, so our energy locks, our internal core, deep core muscles. So draw your navel in and up, start to squeeze your sit bones together. And from here, keep hold of the right leg, straighten the left leg. Flex your left ankle, push the left heel down into the ground so your glutes on the left side start to fire up. Pull your right knee in more. And we're here for 3. Keep trying to create space. Keep trying to pull the thigh in towards the tummy for 2. 1. Now from here, push your knee into your hands. Pull your hands into your knee. So there's a bit of a battle going on. If your hands weren't there, your knee would go flying up to the ceiling, but your arms don't let it. So push your shin up. Keep squeezing behind the knee, and then use your arms to pull the knee down. We're here for 5. You should feel your glutes fire up, your hamstring fire up. 4. Switch on your core. 3. Arms and shoulders are super active for 2. 1. Amazing. Now release. Bring your hands to your thigh. Now push your thigh into your hands and your hands into your thigh for 5. You should feel your core fire, your hip flexors. 4. 3. Super active. Keep pressing your left heel down. 2. 1. Amazing. Now you can bring your left hand to your hip. Right hand comes outside the thigh. Find a 90-degree angle with the right knee. Press your right knee into your right hand into your right knee. Again, a bit of a battle going on. Your biceps should be firing a lot here. And your outer hips, your glutes on the right side. We're here for 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Amazing. Now we switch. Left hand comes into inner thigh of the right leg and push them together. And you're going really as hard as you can here for 5. 4. Should feel the heat build. 3. 2, 1. Now bring your right foot in and press your left hand into your right ankle, if you can reach it, for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend your left knee, place your right ankle over your left thigh, find your figure 4. And this is quite an active one as well. So your right knee is actually trying to push away from the body as you pull your left knee in towards the chest. So finding that quite deep outer hip stretch through the right side. So press your right ankle into your left thigh. So the left leg is kind of acting like a block. 2 more breaths. Good. And then slowly release your left foot down. Keep sending your right leg over to the left. Let's find a twist. Right knee drops down, right arm reaches out to the side. Try and gaze towards your right hand. Breathing in. And we're looking for a twist in our mid to upper back, so in our thoracic. 2 more breaths. Keep trying to roll your right shoulder blade down towards the ground. Last one. Amazing. Then let's come back through center. We're going to do all of that on the other side. So first, just hug your knees into your chest. Notice how different your right hip is probably going to feel versus your left hip right now. Then straighten the right leg, push your right heel down into the ground, hug your left knee in as tight as you can. And this is more of just a passive stretch here through the left hip. Just see how much range you have. And now we're going to activate. So remember that battle that goes on. So now try and push your left shin up to the sky. You're still squeezing behind the knee. Fire everything up. Try and find your 95%. Push the knee up, pull the arms down. We're here for 5. Feel your left glutes fire, your hamstring, 4. Push through the right heel for 3, 2, 1. Amazing. Switch. Hands come to the top of the thigh. Push leg into arms, and then hands into leg for 5. You should feel this in your core, in your abs. 4, 3, and in your hip flexors. 2, 1. Amazing. Right hand, right hip. Left hand, outer left thigh. Push the two together as hard as you can. You might actually also notice a bit of a difference in strength between right versus left side. So try and balance it out. Try and make sure the left side is equally as active as the right. 2 more breaths. Good. And then slowly switch. Right hand into left inner thigh. Push as hard as you can for 5. Fire up your inner thigh for 4. Getting the abductors working. 3, 2, 1. Now externally rotate through the left leg. Try and bring that left foot towards the right hand as much as you can. Push them together for 5. This is also inner thigh activation. 4, 3, 2, 1. Amazing. Left ankle over right thigh. Figure 4. So flex through your left ankle here. Start to push your left knee away. Push your left ankle into right thigh. And then use your arms to pull the right knee in towards the chest. So getting the hips all active and warm and ready for our flow. 3 more breaths here. Last one. Good. Now slowly release the right foot down. We're going to find a twist. Left leg wraps around the right. Left knee draws down towards the ground. Left arm reaches out to the side. Spinal twist. So either anchor the knee or the shoulder, and then try and find that thoracic twist. So you're trying to roll your chest up towards the ceiling, left shoulder down, and left knee in the opposite direction. 1 more breath. Amazing. Then let's come back in. Pull both knees into the chest. Let's rock and roll up and down the spine, gather a little bit of momentum. Roll over our shins, come into all 4s. Stack shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. Inhale, arch the back. And exhale, round the spine. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round, push the floor away. Let's do 1 more. Inhale, drag shoulder blades back towards hips, look up. And exhale, round the spine, push. Now inhale, come to a neutral spine. Exhale, take it into downward facing dog. Good. Now inhale, come to the balls of the feet. Right knee bends, left heel grounds, pulling right thigh into tummy, driving left heel down. Switch. Inhale, heels high. Exhale, other side. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, heels high. Right knee bends, left heel down. Inhale, heels high and switch. Good. Now inhale, right leg sweeps high to the sky. Exhale, bend your knee, squeeze your heel to bum, firing up through the right hamstring for 3. You might feel a bit of a cramp here. That's okay. Move into it, not away from it. 2, 1. Amazing. Inhale, bring your right knee into the chest. Try and touch thigh to tummy. Exhale, send the right leg out to the side like a dog trying to pee on a tree. Then inhale, send the right leg up towards the ceiling like you're trying to draw a big circle. And exhale, square off the hip. Good. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, thigh to tummy. Squeeze. Exhale, out to the side like a dog peeing on a tree. Inhale, keep going with that big circle, trying to expand your range here. And exhale, square off the hip, squeeze your inner thighs. Last one, inhale, thigh in. Exhale, knee out to the side. Inhale, knee up. And exhale, square the hip. Now inhale, straighten through that right leg. And exhale, come forward, bring the shin to the floor. Keep your back knee up, hands go wide. Inhale, lift the chest, look up, drag your chest forward. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, lower. Let's do one more. Inhale, rise. Exhale, lower. Amazing. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, place the foot outside of the hand. Dropping your back knee down. Inhale, lift the chest. And exhale, send your hips back. Get into that right hamstring. Come inside the right leg. Now come as close to the floor as you can as you come forward. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, draw the hips back. We're going to do one more. Inhale, come forward. Open the heart, broaden through the chest. Exhale, let's take it into the hamstring stretch and stay. Reaching your hands forward, try and find a flat back. Exhale, fold. For 3, keeping the right thigh active, pushing the right heel down into the floor so the hamstring is firing, the glutes firing. And 1. Good. Inhale, let's come forward. We're going to step it back into plank. Take it through your vinyasa, so your chaturanga, elbows in, look forward. Flip the toes, upward facing dog, broaden the chest. Downward facing dog, exhale. Stay here for an inhale. And the exhale. Amazing. So left leg sweeps up now. Bend your knee and squeeze as hard as you can. Fire up that left hamstring for 3, 2. Keep sending the knee higher. 1. Amazing. So inhale, left thigh into the tummy, squeeze. Exhale, left knee out to the side. Try and send it as high as you can. Remember, dog peeing on a tree. Left knee goes up and back. And then exhale, we square off the hips by rolling the left inner thigh up and back. And again, inhale, we bring the knee in, thigh in, squeeze. Exhale, out to the side. Try and keep your right hip in line with your right ankle here. Send the knee up, pushing through both shoulders. And square the hip. Last one, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, send the knee up. And then exhale, square the hips, squeeze your inner thighs. Amazing. Now inhale, left leg straightens. Exhale, come forward, shin to the floor. Pushing your left knee down here and your left foot, you stay high. So you're really active here through the outer hips. Inhale, open the chest. Lower. So there's very little weight in the hands. Inhale, lift. Working into the spine as you activate your hips, lower. And let's do one more. Good. Hands down. Press into the right foot. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, left foot comes outside of left hand. Drop your back knee down. Come onto fingertips. Open the chest. Exhale, hips back. Get into your left hip and your left hamstrings. Try and stay low. Creeping forward. Lift, almost like an up dog through the torso and chest. Exhale, take the hips back. One more inhale forward. Exhale back. Good, we hold it here, reaching your fingertips forward, gaze forward, and fold it down, trying to find a flat back. And remember the activation here through the left leg. So we're making it more of an active stretch rather than just a passive stretch. Left heel drives down, tries to drag back, lifting through left quad. One more breath. Good, inhale, come forward, and we step back to plank. Exhale through your vinyasa, elbows in, flip the toes, upward facing dog, navel in, downward facing dog. Breathing in, breathing out. Inhale, tiptoes, and exhale, step or jump, feet to hands. Flat back, exhale, fold. Inhale, take it into chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step or jump back through your vinyasa. Up dog, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Amazing. So just adding on to what we've just done, right leg high. Exhale, shin to the floor. Stay high. Option to keep your hands down or not. Inhale, we reach up. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, we lower. Exhale, we lift. Inhale, lower. Fold over the right leg and lift. Keep pushing down into the right knee. Lower. And lift. Amazing. Hands down. Inhale, bring right knee to right armpit. Place the right foot outside of the hand. Left hand comes underneath your face. Right arm reaches all the way up to the sky. Easy twist. And exhale, thread your right arm underneath your left armpit. So finding a bit of thoracic twist. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, bring it through. One more inhale, lift up. Exhale, bring it through. Good, now inhale, right arm up. Exhale, frame the right foot. Working into our hamstrings a bit more. Inhale, straighten through the right leg. And exhale, bend your right knee deeply. Option again, hands or no hands, so maybe airplane the arms. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Let's do one more. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Hover the hands an inch off the floor, breathe in. Keep your left leg stable. Inhale, arms up into crescent lunge. Holding it here. Kicking through that left heel. Pulling the left hip forward, squeezing through the glutes. For 3. 2. Keep reaching. Active arms, active fingertips. 1. Now we open out into warrior 2. Gaze over right middle finger. Let your hips sink low. Try and rip the mat apart with your heels. Gaze forward. Breathe. 2. 1. Amazing. Now from here, we're going to add a bit of movement. Straighten the right leg. Reach your palms up to touch. Exhale, gaze forward. Keep the right knee open. Inhale, or right hip open rather. Exhale. Let's do one more. Breathe in. And breathe out. Inhale, reach forward. Right hand outside of right foot. Left arm reaches overhead. Side body stretch, but also a right hip opener. So send your right knee into your right arm. Push the 2 together for 3. 2. 1. Inhale, we rise up. Take it into like a sumo squat. So heels in, toes out. Bend your knees. Hands press into inner thighs. So your arms are helping you balance here. They're also pushing your knees wide. But you also want to be using your glute strength to keep the hips open. So breathe in here. Exhale, left shoulder drops in, look over the right. Center on your inhale and switch. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, center. And twist. Right shoulder drops, look over the left. Then we come back through center into goddess, hands to prayer. Ninja to the back. Slow the descent. Bring your hands down just for a second. Really work on getting into the left heel, left ankle. So send your bum back, but reach your hands forward. Coming inside of the left hip. We're also focusing on right hamstrings, right inner thigh, right adductors, and groin muscles. Breathing in. 2 more here. Now you've got options. You can bind if you have a bind. No bind, no problem. Send your left arm out to the side. Right arm up. If you want the bind, internally rotate both arms. Try and open the chest and clasp your hands behind your back. We're here for 3, 2. Keep activating through those right hamstrings. 1, amazing. Now to come up to goddess, take it slow. Start to bend your right knee, lift your hips, rise. And then slow the descent down into the other side. Good, take a second getting into the right heel. So try and get the heel down. And to get into the ankle, the right knee needs to bend deeply and allow the right knee to come over the toes. Just keep trying to make sure that your knee and your toes point in the same direction. Remember, active through the left leg, quad, hamstrings, and inner thighs. 2 more breaths. And then slowly walk your hands in. We're going to go 90 degrees to the right. Take it into lizard pose. And drop your back knee down. Drop your elbows down. And then from here, lift your back knee up and just gently rock back and forth. So keeping it active, keeping it dynamic for now. Using movement just to test our edge. 1 more breath. Now coming out of this, you always have options. Option 1 would be to step back to plank. Option 2 would be to take it through a Kundanyasana and float back. Upward dog. Downward dog. Let's take 3 breaths here. Inhale. 2, lengthening the spine. And just making sure we're coming back to that even breath. On your inhale, left leg sweeps high. Bring your shin to the floor. Prepare for pigeon. Remember, we stay high and optional hands down or optional hands reach up, breathe in, lengthen. Keep the hips up and keep driving down through the foot. Exhale, we cactus. Navel draws in. Inhale, we fold, hinging at the hips. Try and keep a flat back. Exhale, we rise up. Inhale, we lower. Exhale, we rise. Keep trying to find that lift, firing up your glutes. 1 more. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Hands down, breathe in. And exhale, lift your left knee towards your left arm. Place the foot outside of the hand. Adjust your right hand underneath your face. And inhale, left arm reaches all the way up. Open the chest. Exhale, we thread it through, finding that twist. Inhale, reach. It's super active through that left arm. Exhale, we reach through as far as it will go. 1 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, reach through. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, left hand down, getting into the left hamstring a bit more. Inhale. Inhale, we straighten the left leg. Exhale, bend. Remember, we can airplane the arms and go no hands. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. And exhale, bend. Let's do 1 more. Inhale. Exhale, good. Now we bring our hands down, hover them an inch off the floor. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now in this transition up to high lunge, we don't swing the arms. We just simply inhale, lift them all the way up. Exhale, bend deep into the left knee. Kick through the right heel, sink the hips low for 3. Breathe in, lift the chest. Active fingers, active arms. 1 more. Inhale here. And then we open to warrior 2. Sinking the hips low. Ripping the mat apart with your heels. Lifting through the inner arches of the feet. And your drishti, your gaze, is the left middle finger. So busy eyes, busy mind. We use the gaze to find that concentration, that focus. One more breath. Now let's add some movement. Inhale, straighten the left leg, arms reach high. Exhale, rebend, gaze forward. Inhale, reach. So testing your strength, how deep can you bend? Let's do one more inhale. Exhale. From here, inhale, reach forward. Left hand down, right arm reaches overhead. Breathing in. Breathing out, extended side angle, opening the hip, pressing left leg into left arm. One more breath. Inhale, rise up through warrior two. Exhale, take it into that sumo squat. Here, I'm going to turn around so you guys can see me. And we're back into that sumo squat. Now this time, keep your knees wide. So push your knees as wide as they'll go using your arms. Now release the hands. Keep the knees exactly where they are. Hands to prayer. Good. Can you sink your hips a little bit lower? Amazing. Now hands come behind the head. We're going to hinge at the hips again, a bit like we did in our pigeon pose. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Two more. Inhale, lower. Keep your knees wide. Lift. Last one. And lift. Good. Now from here, hands to prayer. And exhale, we're going to ninja to the back. Inhale, we come up through center. And we go to the top. Go through 90 degrees towards your left. And take it into lizard pose. Dropping the elbows down. Picking up the back knee and just gently rocking back and forth. Testing your edge. Seeing how far low the hips can drop, the chest can drop. One more breath. And then from here, again, two ways out. You can either step back, or you can find the arm balance and float back. Up dog. Downward dog. Well done. So now we're going to take it down. Before we come into our yin section, I recommend grabbing cushions, bolsters, blankets, anything comfy, and come into a child's pose when you're ready. Knees wide, big toes to touch. Make a pillow for your head with your hands or use an actual pillow. And let everything drop down. So notice your breath. Notice your heart rate. No doubt your heart is a bit elevated, your breath a bit shorter and sharper. So let's take a deep breath in. Sigh out. Deep breath in. This time hold your breath for 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly exhale. Let's do one more. Deep breath in. Hold. Exhale. And let's spend 3 more breaths here. Slowly and gently, let's rise up. Coming into your all fours. Then sending your knees one direction, your hips in the other direction. Come to lay down on your back. Make sure you have either a cushion or some bricks beside you. And just let's spend a moment in our rebound. So a rebound is like a Shavasana type position where we lay down. And we use this as a moment to process, but also to observe any sensations that we're feeling in our body. One more breath. And then from here, we're going to slowly bend our left knee, lift our right leg up. Option 1 would be holding the calf. Option 2 is holding the right big toe. If you're holding the big toe, just let your left arm relax. And here, there's a bit of activation But your right arm is kind of just hanging, and the weight of the right arm is pulling the leg down. Similarly, if you're holding the calf, just the weight of both arms is holding and pulling the leg down. So we're gently getting into our right hamstring here. Eyes are closed. Head is heavy. And we're going to be here for about 90 seconds in total. And there's so much power in these slow types of practices. It gives us an opportunity to spend time with ourselves with little distraction. We're still challenging our body, we're challenging our minds. We're challenging our body through bringing ourselves into these deep stretches with these strong sensations, and we're challenging the mind by asking ourselves to stay here in stillness. And if anything, it's almost harder to keep the mind focused. And then let's spend 2 more breaths here. Amazing. Slowly release your arm, bend your right knee. You can let both knees knock in together for a moment. Just notice the sensations running through your right leg, your right hip. Amazing. Let's go straight through to the other side. So lifting up the left leg. And like last time, you either grabbed hold of the calf muscle and just let the weight of the arms drop down, or it was grabbing hold of the left big toe with your hands. And try and relax here. So I know the urge is probably to pull, right? It's to pull that leg to find the deepest stretch. But a big part of this practice is actually letting go. So it's letting go of that desire or that need to do, to maximize, because actually there's so much power in gravity simply drawing you down. And through releasing the tension, you actually let yourself go deeper sometimes. So breathe in and let go. Try and deepen the breath. Through deepening the breath and calming the breath, you're communicating with your nervous system that everything is okay, that it's safe to let go, it's safe to relax. You've got 30 more seconds here. And then slowly relax the arm, release the leg, bring the foot to the floor, let the knees knock in. And it almost feels like an energy, a sensation that runs through the space that we've just been focusing on. So here it's the hamstrings, maybe it's the glutes. And notice how it's intense at first and then it settles down. And slowly, let's lift ourselves up. We're going to come into a Baddha Konasana. So bring the soles of your feet together, let your knees go wide. And for some of us, we may not need props. We can just come down, let your head drop to your feet. But for most of us, we will need something. So you can either rest a cushion on top of your feet, or you can make a little construction, cushions and bricks. But what's important here is your head is resting on something, and I'll explain why. So soles of the feet together, knees wide, shoulders soft, neck soft, head dropping down. if your head is hanging out in space, more likely than not, even if you really, really try to let go, there will be a tension that you're naturally holding in your neck. Whereas if you let your head rest on something, then you might find that your neck and your shoulders and your back muscles truly switch off. And our aim here is that there is a sensation. So if you don't feel one, maybe remove a prop until you find the sensation that works for you. And we're going to be here for another 2 minutes. So it can be progressive. And what I mean by that is you might start with a cushion and a brick, and then you might notice your body start to open. Your head get heavier, your shoulders drop down, and you might be able to, after a few breaths or even halfway through, get rid of a brick or a prop entirely. And so many of us have a narrative that we're not flexible. Try and get rid of that narrative and let your body find its flexibility. You've got 40 seconds left. Maybe see if you can go a little bit deeper and try and do it gently and mindfully. Three more breaths. And slowly rolling up through the spine. We're going to do one more pose on each side. So rolling over your shins. Bring your right knee in front or in the middle. Slide your left knee behind your right. We're going to come into shoelace pose or Gomukhasana. So if this doesn't feel good for your body, what you can do is two things. Maybe come into a variation of an Ardha Matsyendrasana where you just pull the knee up. Or you can keep the right knee stacked on top of the left and straighten the bottom leg. But if you can, try and have right knee directly over left. Lean forward, and same thing with the bricks. Find a variation that suits you. So try and let your head drop down. And we're going to be here for 2 minutes. And for many of us, this can be quite a strong one. So simply make sure that you are breathing long and breathing deep. Not stressful breathing, gentle breathing. Finding that softness by choosing to let go on every breath. You've got 50 seconds left. Maybe remove a prop. Slowly breathing in, breathing out. We're going to rise up and take it straight through to the other side. So lean forward and we switch the legs. So come through all fours. Then left foot comes into center, right leg swings behind. Come to sit down, make sure both sit bones are on the floor. And then again, inhale, lengthen and fold. Do whatever variation that you did on the other side, and whatever variation suits your flexibility, your mobility, your bone structure. And we're going to be here for 2 minutes again. And there's something really wonderful about marrying these two types of practices together, yang into yin. For many of us yang type of personalities, me included, the tendency can always be to go for a power class. And sometimes we might find that we have to force ourselves into more slower restorative practices. So combining the two gives us the best of both worlds. "50 seconds, maybe remove a prop. And let's take a deep breath in. Exhale. Now can you do this with keeping your eyes closed and moving as gently as possible? Slowly roll up. And as you roll up, lean back, lean weight into your hands, unravel your legs. And come to lay down into your Shavasana. Letting your body be completely heavy. Letting go. We encourage you to spend another 3 to 5 minutes here, allowing yourself this time to rest and to restore and to come into your parasympathetic and be in your parasympathetic nervous system. So well done for making it this far. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you again soon. Namaste.